Hey guys, it's me, your favorite person to cover Dandy's World. Oh yeah, look at my new epic house. The blue Blender Void wasn't really my style, and Dandy's World fans did unspeakable things to it. But now I have a much more efficient way of making videos. Oh, yep, green screen. I don't actually have anything else to say in this intro. Let's just talk about the stat system in Dandy's World, aka the worst stat system ever. Let's start off with looking at skill check. The issue with skill check is that it has a pretty huge range. This makes 1-star skill check tunes basically dead on dial floors, since a single miss makes the boss that insta-kills you and can't be outrun run directly towards your exact location. Other than this, skill check just kinda exists. I'm not sure why there are two stats related to extracting. Extraction is a bit more reasonable stat than skill check, just making you extract faster. It also has like no depth. It just makes you extract faster. It does nothing else. What makes stealth weird is, unlike speed or other stats, it's by far the most neutral with its effect. The more important aspect for some reason is its priority. If anything, the lack of significance is just more of an excuse to take away stars from it to bolster distractors even more, with free points to stamina or speed. Stamina is also in a really weird state because it's literally required for 1-star speed to have high stamina, while 5-star speed literally doesn't need it ever. The stat also has 0 depth, it just changes the amount of stamina you have with no other changes. And lastly, we have the worst one. Speed. The scaling for speed is the laziest thing I've ever seen a game developer do. It's literally just plus 2.5 per star. This means 5-star has the same walk speed as 1-star's run speed. Who genuinely thought this was a good idea? What the fuck? The bad scaling also means you can permanently loop almost any enemy at 5-star speed, disabling them for every other player. I cannot stress enough how fucking ass distracting is. It disables a core mechanic for both parties. Distractors never have to deal with extracting, and extractors never have to deal with any sort of threats. It's dumb as hell. Okay, let's look at how other Delver likes do speed. What's that? Oh, they don't fucking do speed! Most Delver legs don't have many ways to change your speed, which actually makes them infinitely easier to balance. Every enemy only has to account for one type of speed, so it becomes a lot easier to balance every enemy to be easily avoidable. Dandy's World has to consider a huge range of speed, so it's almost impossible to make every single twisted actually balance. Some twisteds will be just impossible to avoid on 1 speed, and a complete joke at 5 speed. Now that I've laid out the problem, it's time to lay out the solution. It's actually really simple. I generally have no idea why the devs haven't done any of this. Literally just reduce the scaling for speed. Have speed 3 stay the same, but reduce the scaling for 1 and 5. This goes for twisteds as well. This will dramatically solve the issue of distractors being able to permanently stall out a floor, and gives 1 speed tunes a more reasonable amount of wiggle room to not reduce their stamina to ash, or make the dandy run into a dandy crawl. Not a fan of making the tunes slower? Simple. Have stamina drain rate scale along speed. Perhaps maybe not 1-to-1. We're not trying to make speed 5 no stronger than speed 1, but it would introduce a new purpose for stamina, and that's distance. Sure, a tune might be slow, but if they have a good amount of stamina, they can still cover a lot of ground. A lot more than, say, a faster tune with less stamina. These are two solutions, and they both nail the problem of slow tunes and distractors on the head. Like, 2 halves of a stone and this analogy doesn't fucking work. Despite how mixed the actual usage of the core stats are in Dandy's World, the format itself isn't really a problem. Extraction and speed need to scale more evenly with the rest of core stats, and stealth needs to be actively useful. I believe more Dandy legs should take note of it and introduce further secondary effects into their core stats akin to stealth, as it breathes further depth and expands the potential of new playstyles. The best example isn't really a Dandy like, but D&D. D&D, as in the game that inspired Rogue. Dandy's World is a roguelike, confirmed! As it shares the gimmick of having core stats that are more thematic than literal, that being strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. But underneath each core stat is a list of skills that gain bonus modifiers from those core skills. Let's take dexterity for example. With a score of 12, you will gain +1 in all of its skills, meaning not only is this character good at acrobatics, like performing a circus act, but also sleight of hand, meaning they can pinch things from guards better. The core stat doesn't just restrain the character to one aspect of playing the game, which Danny's World stats have a habit of doing. It encourages you to try out a wider range of actions within its skill range. I hope more Danny likes embrace this secondary stat format, as it can lead to a lot of other mechanics blossoming from it. Okay, that's it, bye.